Former special counsel Jack Smith gets subpoenaed. A California man is arrested for a self-styled terror attack. And Sabrina Carpenter blasts ICE for using her song to push deportations. I'm Georgia Howe with Daily Wire Executive Editor John Bickley. It's Wednesday, December 3rd, and this is Evening Wire.
Former special counsel Jack Smith has been subpoenaed by the House Judiciary Committee. Republicans say Smith's election-related probe into Donald Trump swept up lawmakers, GOP groups, and media outlets, and now they want him to answer for it. Smith, who brought 2 criminal cases against the president, had offered to testify publicly. His attorney, however, says Chairman Jim Jordan rejected that offer, denying Americans the chance to hear from Smith directly. But Jordan says a deposition will build a more complete record of Smith's actions as special counsel.
The AOC of Tennessee, Afton Bain, failed to flip Tennessee's District 7 blue last night, and now both parties are crunching the numbers. Democrats surged money and resources into the race, hoping to capitalize on typically low Republican turnout in special elections. While Trump carried the district by more than 20 points in 2024, the margin last night ended up at about 9 points. District 7 includes 14 counties in the Nashville area, all of which moved leftward, but not enough for Bain to pull out the upset. Here's Bain last night.
And this campaign was rooted in something that's deeper than politics. We ran on an idea that government should work for working people. We ran on the belief that our story in Tennessee is bigger than the cynicism that has held this state hostage for decades.
Republican Matt Van Epps ended up still winning 13 of the 14 counties, most of them handily. He celebrated the win last night.
I am humbled beyond belief to stand before you tonight as your next representative. To those who didn't support us in this election, I still work for you. I'll work hard to serve you with honesty and integrity every day. This campaign has never been about one person. It's about we, the people. I've heard your stories, and I will be your fighter.
President Trump is highlighting a new multi-billion-dollar program called Trump Accounts included in the Big Beautiful Bill. Daily Wire political reporter Cameron Arkin reports.
The program sets up investment accounts with $1,000 for babies born between January 1st, 2025 and December 31st, 2028. The accounts are vested in low-cost index funds and can't be touched until the child turns 18. Relatives can also contribute up to $5,000 annually. The investment would vest over the child's early life, creating a nest egg for use as an adult. Private donors have also made it possible for children aged 10 and under to receive funds. Michael and Susan Della pledged $6.25 billion from their personal fortune to give each child an additional $250, though some exclusions apply for children living in high-income zip codes. The president is inviting other high-net-worth individuals to contribute as well. Parents need to fill out an IRS Form 4547 to enroll their child.
President Trump confirmed that the Pentagon's lethal strikes against narco-terrorists will soon move from the ocean to land. During yesterday's cabinet meeting, the president issued an ominous warning to anyone trafficking drugs into the U.S.
We're going to start doing those strikes on land, too. You know, the land is much easier. It's much easier. And we're going to start that very soon, too. Anybody that's doing that and selling it into our country is subject to attack, not just Venezuela.
Trump said the administration's efforts have already slashed drug trafficking through maritime routes by more than 90%, crediting naval strikes with saving, quote, hundreds of thousands of lives.
Secretary of Agriculture Brooke Rollins just ratcheted up the administration's war on food stamp fraud and is squeezing states to get on board. In yesterday's cabinet meeting, Rollins said the program was flush with, quote, rampant fraud.
We've found 186,000 dead people's Social Security numbers being used, 500,000 people receiving benefits more than twice. We had a couple of people receiving benefits in 6 states.
The USDA asked all 50 states to share SNAP recipient data with the federal government earlier this year. 29 states complied, which is where these fraud numbers come from. But Rollins has not given up on the rest.
21 states, including California, New York, and Minnesota, the blue states, continue to say no. So as of next week, we have begun and will begin to stop moving federal funds into those states until they comply and they tell us and allow us to partner with them to root out this fraud and to protect the American taxpayer.
Rollins also noted that about 800,000 Americans have already moved off SNAP benefits since President Trump took office.
This episode is sponsored by the University of Austin, Texas. You know college is broken. Activist professors, seminars that feel like struggle sessions, $80,000 a year to hear Hamas chants on the quad while being told America is evil in class. So what's the alternative? It's called the University of Austin, or UATX. At UATX, students are in small seminars taught by great professors. They read the great books of Western civilization to learn from them, not tear them down. They build actual companies on campus with mentorship from a vast network of top entrepreneurs and investors. You can be openly Christian or Jewish without apology. And when you walk into the main atrium, there's a giant American flag. UATX admits students based purely on test scores, so the application takes just 5 minutes. Oh, and another thing. Tuition is completely free. Forever. It's funded by American patriots who want to create the Navy SEALs of the mind, not another generation of credentialed activists. To apply to the University of Austin, visit uaustin.org. That's UAUSTIN.org.
The DOJ is suing 6 blue states for refusing to turn over their voter registration rolls required under federal law. Attorney General Pam Bondi said the state's refusal undermines basic election transparency, calling accurate voter lists the cornerstone of fair and free elections. Civil Rights Division Chief Harmeet Dillon said the DOJ is escalating enforcement ahead of 2026, warning the department will not stand for open defiance of federal voting rules. Federal judges could now order the states, which include Washington, Maryland, and New Mexico, to turn over voter rolls or impose strict compliance deadlines as election law battles intensify nationwide.
Pro-life pregnancy centers scored a significant legal victory on Monday. Daily Wire reporter Amanda Presa-Giacomo has more.
In 2024, New York Attorney General Letitia James sued Heartbeat International and several other pregnancy centers, seeking to stop them from promoting abortion pill reversal protocols. James claimed they were pushing false and misleading advertising about the safety and efficacy of the treatment. But a group of other pro-life centers successfully argued that the AG's actions chilled their own speech. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit ruled Monday that discussing or referring women to the progesterone-based reversal protocol is non-commercial speech protected by the First Amendment. The decision allows these centers to continue providing information and referrals about abortion pill reversal while litigation continues. Abortion reversal is not always successful, but some studies show it significantly increases the chance of fetal survival when it's taken within 72 hours of abortion pills.
President Trump says he's bringing back the automobile business as he teases a major overhaul to fuel efficiency standards. Daily Wire senior editor Joel Needler has the latest.
The move would likely weaken Biden-era rules designed to push electric vehicles and curb greenhouse emissions. It would also unwind requirements aiming for an average of 50 miles per gallon by 2031, a target that was expected to force more electric vehicle sales. Automakers including Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis were all invited to the White House for the announcement. Critics say it risks ceding the clean car market to China, but supporters say it's just good economic sense. The Transportation Department says it will seek public comment before finalizing the rule next year.
Proactive police work in Delaware prevented a potential act of terrorism on the University of Delaware campus. Lukman Khan, a 25-year-old student at the university, was arrested Thanksgiving week after cops noticed suspicious behavior during a random patrol. Khan was parked at a public park in Wilmington after hours on November 24th. Noticing his nervous demeanor, the officers asked him to exit the vehicle, but he resisted orders and went on to resist arrest. Officers found a pistol, extended ammo magazines, and a conversion kit in his car. They also found a manifesto detailing an attack on the University of Delaware police station with the goal of, quote, martyrdom. Khan now awaits arraignment in FBI custody.
Homeland Security has launched another immigration operation targeting violent criminals, this time in New Orleans. Daily Wire reporter Zach Jewell has the latest.
In a statement announcing Operation Catahoula Crunch today, DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin slammed sanctuary policies for, quote, endangering American communities and forcing DHS agents to risk their lives to remove criminal illegal aliens that should have never been put back on the streets. McLaughlin said, quote, it is asinine that these monsters were released back onto New Orleans streets to commit more crimes and create more victims. In response, the new operation's targets include violent criminals who were released after arrest for home invasion, armed robbery, grand theft auto, and rape.
Meanwhile, south of the border, Mexico has handed over a who's who of drug cartel kingpins, several of whom are accused of flooding the U.S. with drugs. Daily Wire immigration reporter Jenny Terr has more.
The 55 cartel heads allegedly smuggled everything from fentanyl to meth across the U.S. border. DEA agents greeted the first arrivals with a stark welcome to America. Among them, Sinaloa and Jalisco bosses, Zetas assassins, and Rafael Caro Quintero, long accused in the killing of DEA agent Kiki Camarena. U.S. officials say the transfers, pushed by Washington, could unlock unprecedented intelligence on cartel operations. And more secret flights, they say, may already be in the works.
In more immigration news, the Trump administration has launched a new deportation operation targeting Somalis in Minneapolis. Homeland Security sources told the Daily Wire that more than 100 ICE officers have descended on the city with orders to scoop up hundreds of illegal immigrants from Somalia who already have deportation orders. One source said as many as 500 Somalis are on the target list and that any additional illegal immigrants found during the operation are fair game.
A California man is in custody after throwing Molotov cocktails in a self-described terrorist attack. Daily Wire foreign affairs reporter Cassie Akiva has more on the story.
The suspect, Jose Francisco Howe, reportedly set his own apartment on fire after being evicted, then rode his bike to a federal building in Los Angeles which houses ICE offices. Once there, he allegedly threw the Molotov cocktails into 2 different building entrances. While the bottles did not catch on fire, surveillance footage apparently shows Howe trying to set one of the devices on fire. Investigators say that the attack was motivated by opposition to the Trump administration's crackdown on illegal immigration. Howe has been charged with attempted malicious damage of federal property and is expected to appear in federal court today. If convicted, he will face between 5 and 20 years in prison. Additional charges may be added.
And pop star Sabrina Carpenter is not thrilled about the Trump administration using her music in a promo video. Daily Wire entertainment reporter Amanda Harding has more on the online tiff.
The White House posted a video on X riffing on part of Carpenter's song Juno while showing clips of ICE agents detaining various people.
Have you ever tried this one? Have you ever tried this one? Have you ever tried this one?
Carpenter responded to the post saying, "This video is evil and disgusting. Do not ever involve me or my music to benefit your inhumane agenda." The White House account stood its ground, responding, quote, "Anyone who would defend these sick monsters must be stupid, or is it slow?" referring to another one of the singer's hit songs.
All right, those are your drive home updates. To learn more about these stories, go to dailywire.com. And in case you missed it earlier today, we covered some major stories, including Trump standing by Hegseth and the drug boat strikes, the administration threatening to withhold tax dollars over illegal CDLs, and a New Jersey probe into a pro-life pregnancy center reaching the Supreme Court. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow morning with another full edition of Morning Wire.